Assalamu alaikum badi ngol ngali konton kabonde kibar network ngal bismillah fana mo toni konton kendo wal nal badi ma pamane bi tubabu karo tili muang anen saba january karo 2025 motanan ka kibaro sambale nan kibaro talba moyla Yankuba Darboe chairmano Brikama area council la diamuta ay tanjiro ke ko ite murla ko masinya kiling bawo adama baro la masakunda ye nyatiling Brikama area council lela ka fuko ka kantingol tinyamul yalon ko e molmul yale bulol me ko bengi kata bay ngola je puru itelu anila dimbayal diamuta te Yankuba Darboe ay tanjiroje ko barona la man sakunda nyanta lon na ko telephone mum molleti andum fana molle kana ka bayingo ke marché to pour que la dimbal balu ya moyle musolbe diamuka kay tanjo kabrin ke fata nka bayingo ke jane pour kana dimbal balundi abe diamuka te Yankuba Darboe chairman Darboe ay tanjiroje ko asifadaki way fi society ay kotuje mu yalan ko len trimbali ate adama barona la masakunda be mun kekan Brikama Market to ay mini sata ay sata nyaadi de albo me moy la nyin kacha konon meduna o kacha le kono kala moy kumol mu foda jew kola sinanga fana ndiro cha foda nyamina budum kal tentu len doron kal jeyi kal nimbaral nal badi ma pamane ala baraka ba cha la moy kunyi mala.
We can start? Yeah. Okay, so good afternoon or good morning still to everyone that is watching us. Good afternoon to the honorable councillors that have flanked me here, and Mr. Bafude, who is the local market committee chairman of the Brikama Market. The purpose of this press briefing is to update the public about the ongoing challenges that Brikama Area Council is facing with the Operation Clear the Roads. Because the Operation Clear the Roads, what we have seen in Brikama is that they're not engaged in clearing the roads, but they've been engaged in demolishing the Brikama Market. We have had an issue with them before. We sat, we had an agreement, and then they came and violated their own part of that agreement. And as a result, the council had to respond or react to the same thing. Our position is we don't mind operation. We have so many roads in Brikama. Why is the operation obsessed with Brikama Market? Why are they only obsessed in demolishing the Brikama Market? This is our number one issue with them. I will give people a bit of a background. The reason why Brikama Area Council allocated stalls along the streets surrounding the Brikama Market, it's because we are mandated to do so by the law of this land. The Local Government Act clearly stated what council can do and what council cannot do. Our functions are clearly spelled out there. And I want everybody to be very clear about this, because some people will say, we like to cause trouble, or we like to cause problem, or we are stirring problems or tension. But this is the reality. Anybody who understands the functions of the council would have to appreciate what we are doing and why we are doing it, and why we are challenging Operation Clear the Roads whenever it comes to the Brikama Market, or whenever it comes to the demolition of stalls within our market corridor in Brikama. The law is clearly stated under the Local Government Act, and I am going to read it so that people understand this position. Under Local Government Act, under the functions of local government, that is clearly spelled under Part 2 of subsection 48 of the Local Government Act. It's an addendum at the back of the Local Government Act. It clearly stated this, and this is the particular section and paragraph that is very important, and I'm going to read it out. It says the functions of the local government is, under section 18, is to prohibit, restrict, regulate, or license A, the sale or hawking of wares or the erection of stalls on any street or the use of any part of the street or public place for the purpose of carrying on trade, any trade, business or profession. The Local Government Act says this is our function. This is what we can do. So let's spell this out for people to understand. Erection of stalls on any street. Because this is one of the things that they don't understand. They don't understand what is meant by a street. Because they will come here, they said, NRA, under the NRA Act, the particular section they rely on is under Section 10(1) of the NRA Act. That one says, and I'm going to read that out as well for people to understand that. It says, notwithstanding any existing law to the contrary, the authority shall be responsible for the administration, control, construction, and maintenance of all roads. This is what the NRA Act says. So that says, they are responsible for the administration, control, construction, and maintenance of all roads. All roads, it says. The Local Government Act says, council has a function and has an authority to install, to erect stalls on any street. Now, roads are mentioned on the NRA Act, streets are mentioned in the Local Government Act. Now, let me define the two and make people understand the two. What is a street? A street is any public road that has building on both sides of the road. That is what is called a street. Any public road that has buildings on both sides of it, it's classed as a street. It says a road is anything that goes into a forest, open countryside, and other things that would be classed as a road. Then what we have in Brikama, they are all streets. In many countries, when a high road enters into a city, they call it a high street. Because it is a road that is flanked by buildings on both sides of the road. You can easily define this. Even if you Google it, it will tell you. So, the NRA Act came in 2003. Local Government Act has been here since 2002. If we all follow the law and we all follow our jurisdiction, our limits, we shouldn't have a problem. If NRA comes on any road and they find that someone has erected a stall, they should ask, who gave you the authority to erect these stalls? If the person said it is council, NRA should know that Local Government Act has given council that mandate. Because I read it to you, it says not only any street, it also said any public place. It says the erection of stalls on any street or the use of any part of the street or public place for the purpose of carrying trade, business, or profession. This is the law. The same law that NRA is relying on is the same law that we are also relying on. We are relying on Local Government Act. Both of these laws have been passed by the Parliament of the Gambia. Their law is not powerful than ours, and it doesn't take precedence over ours. They are all equal laws. So if you're doing your job, we are doing our job, why are you encroaching into ours? This is the question mark. But every time they come into our territory, pretending that they have control over the local government doesn't even exist. If you want to amend the powers or you want to reduce or limit our powers, tell Parliament to change the law. The law is here for a purpose. It's not here only to be written in the books like a novel that people read. No, these have effects. And we took an oath to apply this law to the letter. And that's exactly what councils have been doing. And that is what this council has been doing. Now they said it is for road safety. That's why they want to demolish road. They want to demolish streets that are within our market. And we told them that is not the solution. If you want to reduce speed or you want to make the road safe, you have many options. If you think the cars are going to be overspeeding, put bumps there, speed bumps, to force the vehicle drivers to reduce their speed. If you think them fines, speed limits and all these other things, or let's divert the roads, let's create more options for vehicles. If they have more options, they wouldn't be just plying on only one road or one high street, as it is happening in Brikama. They said they are building roads. They're building everything. The NRA is responsible for roads. We told NRA very clearly, Brikama is too populated and so many people pass through Brikama to go to Gunjur, to go to Sanyan, to go to all these other places through this one road. Create alternative roads. We can even have one way on this side, one way on that side. Even if council should come in and also contribute and do our part contribution, that would help. But they're not coming up with those options. Instead, what they want to do is to abuse powers. The police are telling us that they have orders. How can orders supersede the law? The law is very clear. The law said council has authority to erect stalls on any street, on any public space, for the purpose of carrying out trade, business, or profession. That is what the law said. How can you come and then pay oblivion to that law and you're telling me you have orders from the top? Are those people who are giving you those orders, are they above the law? They shouldn't be above the law. So this is the position of the council. The council is saying the law is here to be obeyed. It's not here to be read as a novel, but it is here to be obeyed. And everyone has to obey the law. We are acting within the limits of the mandate that is given to us by the law. We erect stalls on the streets. And in fact, on this occasion, what makes it even more painful, they came on the first occasion, they demolished everything. This was the money-led one. Demolished everything, even inside the market, they demolished stalls. They would tell you that historically those places used to be roads. But you know, let me tell them this. You see, from Nana Junction to GTSC, there was a highway there. It was in fact the original Trans-Gambia Road. But during Yahya Jammeh time, when they realized that that area was subsumed by market and they cannot force people from there, you know what they've done? They created the diversion. Now you don't take that straight route. What you do is you go to the Gunjur Junction and then bend and go. Because they understand that when the market needs a road, the roads give the way. It's not the market that gives the way to the road. This is everywhere. In Serekunda, Dipakunda, the road gave way to the market. In everywhere else. So, when Yahya Jammeh's government was here, they also realized that inside that market, we used to have a car park there, a car garage. But they realized that Brikama was getting populated and the market was getting congested. The need for the market was more important than the car garage. They moved the garage from there and they took it to another place and they expanded the market. That is what they have done. That road now, no one plies that road. It is part of the market. That is the one they even came, they said historically that was the road and they were going to clear that as part of the operation, clear the road. You see how backward these people think? That's how backward they were thinking. They're not progressing, they want to retrogress. They want to go back. Because the people at the time when they were changing that place from a high road to a market, they realized that this road is now needed by a market. And if we allow the vehicles to go through this road, we will have accidents. People are bound to be not by cars. To avoid that, let's divert traffic to another route and let the people use that. That is what sensible, reasonable governments do. But this government, they want to pay oblivion to all the laws and use force, power, abuse it anyhow they like, to come after vulnerable people whose only crime is to try and earn a living within the market and sell. They're not stealing anything from anybody. They're not committing any crime. And all the stalls that they are occupying have been given or allocated to them by this council. And it is in the mandate, core mandate of this council to allocate the stalls to them. But this time around, to make the matters even worse, when they demolish everything during mandate time, we had a fracas with them. Because when they were doing it, we didn't challenge them. But when we concrete our own road, and then that road needed at least 28 grace period to get stronger, they decided, we said to the mobile women traders to start selling on that portion, because we do not want vehicles to be plying on that road. Otherwise, they will damage the road. What did they do? They came there and they started chasing the women and even causing their big truck to run over that one. We had to confront them. We did that. They came here, we had an agreement. The agreement is they will avoid our market. They even clearly demarcated the roads that they said are going to be affected by their operation. Those roads are from Boxbar Junction, the main highway, that is from Jaoel all the way to Gunjur Junction, all the way to Brikama Central Mosque, and the other road coming down to from Gunjur Junction to Nana Junction, all the way down to out of the Brikama. They said these are the highways which will be affected by their operation. The next two roads they mentioned is the road coming from the church to the hospital, and then the road from Boxbar to the garage. They said these roads will be affected by their operation. They do not want us to allocate any vendors at those areas. We agreed. Even though the law said we can do anywhere we want to do it, and the police and everybody should respect that. But just to maintain peace and to have peace, to accommodate peace with these people, we said we agree. The rest of the other road, we left it like it was. Because it was demolished, we didn't touch it. Their own leader of operation that they identified to us, King Koli, came here with some members of the team. They met with the vice chairman and then the market committee and some members of the council. They categorically made it clear to them. They made it clear to them that the road from the hospital all the way down to the council and then further down to Methodist School, we can allocate it to vendors. In fact, the only advice King gave is that we should make sure that between the stalls and the road, we should leave 1 meter road corridor there for pedestrians. We did all of that. The operation came here, I think Wednesday or Tuesday. They even publicized it. They said the roads that fall within their mandate are all cleared, and they took pictures, they shared it on social media. That was Wednesday. Or maybe Tuesday. Thursday, another group came claiming to be the same part of the same operation, went to the stalls that they even advise us to advise people or to reassign to people or reallocate to people. They went to those people telling them that they need to empty their stalls because today, the operation are coming to demolish those people's stalls. And this is what makes this so heartless and so wicked and so cruel. It's this. You see, those people, when they first demolished their stalls, they lost a lot of money. And they went for months and almost a year without revenue, without income. Those people. So when they asked us to return them back there. Many of them were a bit relieved because they can restart their trade, and then hopefully they will be able to recover a bit. But council also came with regulations. We said anyone who is to build a stall now, this stall must meet certain criteria. It must be, the body of the stall must be made up of a container, because containers are strong and they can withstand fire. Because we don't want what has always been happening, when one container caught fire, it just transferred to the next one and the whole market get caught by fire. So we said what we want to do now is we want to make sure the materials you are going to use to build your stalls are a bit of fire resistant. And these fire resistant materials cost them a lot more money. Otherwise they would have used corrugates. But these materials cost them nothing less than $20,000. Some of them have even taken loans. 37,000, some of them. Yes. Some of them taking loans to erect these stalls because they want to make sure they comply with council's regulation. They did all of that. Some haven't even opened their stalls. You are coming out of nowhere, you want to demolish those stalls. Who are you to do that? So now, it's not anymore anyone obeying the law. The police don't want to obey the law, but they expect council to obey the law. How is that even fair? They expect the local market committee and the stall owners to obey the law. And that is to obey them. Because the law now, we put that aside, but we obey them and fear them as gods. We said no to that. And we said no to it with good reason, because here we obey law, we don't obey police officers. Simply because they put on uniform. No. The police are supposed to enforce the law. If they are enforcing the law, if they ask anybody, who asked you to occupy this space? If they said council provided this space to me, they should have told that person, thank you, you can stay there. If they have any doubts, they should have come and confirm it with us. Whether it is us that have allocated that space to that person. Because the law already said we can do that, we are mandated to do it. So why then are they not following any law? Are they are not obeying any law? They're trying to enforce orders that came from God knows where. From the top. And then they want to ignore what the law is saying. But they want us to obey the orders and ignore the law. We took an oath. We took an oath to serve this law faithfully, not the orders from the top. And that's why we said we are going to defend our vendors, because they have not done anything wrong. They followed the law. They followed the allocation of the council. The council was compliant, was only trying to apply what the law said it can do. And that's what we've done. So now, this is the position. And our position is, no stall should be demolished in Brikama Market without the sanction or the blessing of the council. Because the law has empowered only the council with the authority to do such. If we need help to implement any such demolition, we will call the police to come and enforce the law. But if we don't need them, we don't want the police to come into our markets in the name of or in disguise of whatever operation they call it, Operation Clear the Road, Operation Mountain, Operation Bulldoze, Operation whatever name they want to do. Let them not come to our market, please. Because as we said, and it is not bluffing, leadership comes with responsibility and duties, and it is a sacred duty. You don't take leadership when it is sweet, you want to be on the show and tell people, oh, I am the chairman here. No. When it is hard, you also have to be at the forefront. If they're going to kill anybody, it has to be me first. The rest of the people can come after me. But as the leader, I have to be at the forefront, and they have to start with me first. Because I took that pledge to serve the people of this region without fear or favor. And that's exactly what we are going to do. And we will obey the law. We will comply with the law. But the law as it is written in the Local Government Act. Anyone who contravenes that, no matter what law you claim to be acting under, we will never succumb. We will never agree with you. And we will resist with every might of our strength. We will resist it. We will resist it. And that's our position on this one. They came today. We have another understanding, but don't be surprised. 2 weeks' time, you will see them again. They will come and want to demolish our market because they are obsessed with Brikama Market. When we are told that at the National Security Council meeting, they discussed Brikama Market, then we know that this country, we are in a mess. Because a market, what has that got to do with national security? Just a market. You have nothing better to discuss than a market in Brikama. Why can't they talk about the armed robberies that are happening? Or many other security challenges they're facing. Those are not priorities to them, but our market, Brikama Market, is their problem. We don't know for whatever reason, but this market is not our problem. It's not anybody's problem. This market is going very fine. And a lot of people are earning a living from this market. And it is important that we protect and preserve it. I always tell people, in Brikama, a town as big as we are, we don't have any industry. We only have a commercial center, and that is our market. This is where everybody survives from. Most people in Brikama, so many will go to Banjul to work in government works, but the great majority of the people, of the residents of this region, would wake up in the morning and come to this market to be able to get fish money for that day. You see shop owners, their family members will meet them at the shop and then collect money to do their daily shopping for their feeding of that day and then go back. You know that these people are living hand to mouth. And that is the situation. They are poor, they are vulnerable, but they are not criminals. And let us treat them with dignity and respect they deserve. They are our people. Our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, and our brothers are the ones that are in this market. Every time I go there, there is somebody who will tell me, I know your mother, or I know your father. There is somebody who will tell me, I am your mother, I am your father. You think, even if I'm not holding this position, I should be sitting here and someone is chasing those people every day? And then I'm sitting down and not doing anything. Much more, I am their chairman. I am their elected officials of this region, the political head of this region. And I told this to the police. You can have disrespect for me, but don't disrespect the chair I occupy. Because that is the chair which the people of this region have voted for. That's a very important chair. It is responsible for all the revenue collected in this region. And it determines most of the development that are happening in this region. That's a very important chair. So you cannot just have orders from left, right, and center and enter into this market. You have the custodians of this market. And you just do as you please. As if nobody has any responsibility or control over that market. You don't even know how those stalls have been allocated. How they've been erected. How they are regulated. How they are maintained. We spend so much money every day in maintaining, cleaning, and clearing these markets. Every day. Every day we are thinking of new ways of how we should develop and expand this market. We don't come to sit down to demolish this market. But somebody somewhere there, if you cannot help us to develop it, please, destroying it, you will kill us. And we are ready to die for it. And that's our bottom line warning to anybody. You have your guns, you have your Saturday combats and all these things that you claim to have. We have nothing, but we have our lives. And we are willing to sacrifice it for the preservation of our people's livelihood in this region. You don't give them anything. And they are struggling every day to make ends meet. Under difficult circumstances. Very difficult circumstances. They make little profit, but every day they're coming in and out. They're fighting, they're striving to be able to pay their students' school fees, to get their sick, get medical treatment. Government is not providing that. None of that are being provided by the central government. It's only we, as a council, Brikama Area Council started having medical treatment as part of our welfare benefit, welfare support to our people. We have two components of that. It's education support, where we give scholarship to students. Last year we gave it to 300. This year we are thinking of a lot more, maybe 600 or 500. But this council is working for the development of our people. And that's everything we're doing is within the confines of the mandates of the laws that were passed by the parliament of this land. And those are the laws of this land, and those are within those laws are what we are. Let President Barrow and his government understand this. You will kill us. You will do everything you think you have power to do so. But one thing we will tell you, and we are not scared of you, neither are we scared of anyone that you are ordering to come after us at BAC. We are not scared of you, and we are never going to be scared of you. You can kill us. You know who we are scared of? It's only God, Almighty God. And any day we are taken, we go to Him. He will welcome us with the best of welcomes that you can never give us. So if you think we are scared of meeting our Creator, we are not, because we are serving His people. And as long as we continue to serve His people, we know He is there with us. So that's my briefing. And those that think that we are violent or anything, we are not violent. We only defend, and we defend the poor and vulnerable. And we will continue to do that because they have not committed any crime. They have not offended anybody. Somebody sat somewhere, and out of all the things that they could think of, they didn't think of how to build stalls for people first. Before you demolish, they just thought, okay, let's start to demolish and make places look nice. Unfortunately, when you demolish our market area, you didn't make it nice for us. You made it even more ugly. And then you made it even more dirty, because the places that used to have stalls ended up being dumping sites. It made the job really hard for the council. And the costs we were incurring were too much. So if you're thinking of developing, if you think you want to make this place nice, please call us. I'm going to end it there in English and then come in Mandinka so that our other listeners can also benefit from it. So, Mbadungulu, bi mi yening press conference me minke kandang, mi ya sinditeng, coming ka fo nyaming, nendara radio don ko. Atolle mun tolla bosilte. Bayra atolle ntado ko la len fenanja. Do kula dum na problem o soto dawda ka report o sambala boss le. So wule atina benyin report o di kangal. Momo be West Coast be report o di kanga tolle. Ani mengu min be banda min be alon ko etolle carte fanya ware support din na prunga na nanjang ila sababo ya nam frada jang, we are reporting back to you. And be report o because coming for them the President Barole order dila puri na nan kananya to kanjang. Yene batada di me min sotaka. Lafta pur ko fali because kabiring alien kinanya area council luale ka tamand and wo luwa nyim bebe suffering book luwa buko le balega for me Local Government Act 2002 and wo Local Government Act ay local government na do ko fole ila nafamu min di nyanta do ko min kala tundo asiata bar bi nyin kolo an ve fanna min do wonna marché wala quote because marché ñu man sakunda nim police lu ko operational dadi ga fo mi operation sila fito e ko ka silo le fita silo le sene o sila senandiro so wi sila senandiro nyin e ko be minna wala nyinti ko nim mole bungol lo silo lu ka mi alon ka be silo dete kanne wala be silo batande kanne e ko bungol le boy bari eko itolie sembo soto loi mento wo loi nyin wolem NRA Act la act ye mum fo wolem nyindu ko ako National Road Authority wolem marta road sol bele coming for roads bay aje mba fo kan tubab kamol dum loi buko le ku fula le fo follow ko all the roads fula nyango streets fo so mina wo fasaro fanam fele saja moli wo kalamda anno nyin problème o be nyin lalato so tolko NRA les at nyin section 10 loi si dula tangoto e ko wole sembo dila pour que silolu kamara silolu la tonya wolwa si la tangoy wolo fo annum Gambia la loi bukol bari local government fanan tol fanan be sirin loi menga me local government da sende o fana nyine fo onda section 18 part 2 section 18 or paragraph 18 ako council le marata kamolu bali kamol la sembo tala ka kuolu regulate kuol mara kuola anen kamolu license pour yesi dulato silo kan silo mi yale ka fa street wo silo nying e semol sindino silo karde nawlale ye mol sindi silo fango kan ye mol sindi dulawod la mi yale ka fa public space pour ise wafir okay no it's a business okay no and in other profession loi le paragraph 18A I will and fola be koyring ako council le o symbole sot ako council silomi ka fa street so yalo nga fale ne ko man sakunda ko roads wolbe NRA le koto ni non ko council le symbole sot mengo me ka fa street ise mol sindino so street ning road tubabo le la kango non tubabo le men fo woto fasaroto wala nyinte ko e koy be mu silolete ande be mu public silolete bar street wo mu silolete mi alon ko ase warano le ko e be se kanyan no warole be se kanyan no fengo be la bar street o be kala silolete mi alon ko bungol be lo nga karafulo be ni akarafulo jibe be bungol le jel e ko le fo street e ko même mu roti wo mu silolete mi alon akarafulo be bundije nim bumbe tarraja be tar karkelin le nin blado be jabe tar forest wala kono warabe tara wula kono wulol le kono e ko wala mu road sa ninga o fasaroke luwa ko council street wo street mi alon ko wo sila wo sila mi alon ko bungol ba karafulo bela ako council ye nyanto soro le kamol sindije ye firoke sa ni tanata marsew kono idun da marsew la o silol kan ite ba fono la nyaadi le ko o silo man ka street kan o silo la karafulo be bungol lebije bungol lebije wo mu street leti so ni te futata o street o kan ye moltare bitiko londije ite nyin kala to le nyim bitiko juma le sembo de alla kanyim bitiko lo ni ko council le adina nyanta lo no la straight away ko ite be sikur na bayri council le sembo so lu ay sembo de lal pour que mol sindi silo mi yalon ko bungol be lo nga karafulo be le ka fa street inyati sembo dindino balale ye firo bari te nata kabiri nata Brikama jam iman street ni road fa bonni ñokono ini wo kumpukuma ini hasidiya konnanteya tajinteya balafiriya inyapita mol la bitikol kan kabirin atondel fan church foy nata foteng imanda woto idunta Nana Johnson kadum Marcel fan kone ko silo le benun je mi yalon ko silo la ni bota nan santodo ni futata na nya wosilo la ka continue ata GTS ya ata wosilo soto nu bari ya jamela man sakunda wato kabiri yalon ko silo anim marsew buka nyo sabano ni silo ni marsew nyo saba e ka silo bula marsew le wole atine o silo be buruka ko marsew etaji kabiri marsew nin kapa ko e nyo saba kabiri marsew nin kapa ke nyo saba garaso mimenu marsew ko e garaso mumela la bonde marsew tuje marsew nim fembe ka nyo saba marsew tuje wole be keta sera kunda atele keta atonne la fan banjul marsew dunta sila wasila ya penk dural ko silo joyela le sila do nyen nin tara ñunu pareta nu e ko la ñun operation be silo le safety la ñine kan silo nin tara ni e pareta nu safety la tendo ñanta ku folo men kala sila jamala bi jang mi yalon ko wol se findino le ni aja motol bu kawta amandeda anu NRA itol fon la at ko itol le marta ka silo da janni be mol bayla sila do kay te sila do de dala moto le tani wala coming iya jamme ñol la wato minke e ñi sila do burka e ko marché ta wota ñi sila do ko moto le wota bar say nim motol be dami use kam motol ko marché e batandi je iñanta min mira la ni mu man sakundate min ke mira e hakilo soto iñanta min mira la wala ñinti ko ñanta sila do create la le saja motol la flow ñing se soné a ñaming imam mol batandi biko ni ko ba fala motol ye albert dunna marché wala ko bay force ali mol taki ni mol taki mo kili niyo woni motol la hadama den kili ngon niyo woni motol la so hadama den niyo wala kumata wotanga dani be motol tankala bari se silo bonno motol la Brikama silo te bannaje ni ya deda ba ñunu bi ni ya je mol bu ka batani katani o kontu korto la kafutani atonde la fanna feri fenkola tamina lola biko sila do lebe je minu ale be concrete muna neman sila dandan concrete ñin sangul mu me kono hani ñambay jali balaw johnson ko be min concrete ni o concrete nu muna motol te tani wala la ba janni kana ni ñim sila bala ka jambe bari yo patek janni ma keno bari tama sila de dano imam marché dula de dano moli ite kana ko kana dula le boy al nga tonya fo ñoy ibe dula boy no la ñadile man dula andu wo dula ñing ite be dami boy kam mon le ke balu woto sayite lafta wo molu me mira wol be balu la ñame iko wol be fonni la balu wala ite la ni dia kam biko ite lafta dula ñe ñiña andu nga min fo kabiri dula boy malum fo mo le Brikama jël bar kabiri Brikama boy o ma ñiña ama ñiñandi ama senen ye dulal min fam boy wotumo ni be tambila je bitikol be dami la lambo ka silo fam leeren le kabri bitikol bon lambo fam man so ko dula abe kata ghost town dula be tarta de birim wonya say min fam nata ko ñen demende fa tambila inata janne o boy roke o tilimbal ya be ka tajinte ya be e fam nata muru ya jibe fam le koy fay tonya na lande tambo ke na boy ro nga kele fon tambita dunda marse ko man ñen tambila iko nye sign alinga kuol chokolo ku kabino nga chokolo ku itat dulal bebe inyam imurun tanan kinkoli le nyaton kaya iko kabo loptano to kata church anin kabo box ba kata garasot anin nying manaba min kabo nang serekunda ka kontine ning gunjur jongsono la kana kontine kata ning nana jongson na kata bolon kono iko silolu ila operationo e bol malale malla fi moy murum woto bari nabuta wala ñi sila tomal min be marché o kono tek nze mol murundi no woto biko atara momin dorombe bitigi ñino asambita mo wili kilenna il fangol konno mol murundi je kabirim be mol murundi la nko bitikol siata marché o kono mol ye bitikol lo doli alo ni korjeto lo doli alo ni fenna mi alon ko nin dimba ya mala doron dimba ka sawna ka mo be tora nko say ning ba momo be loro kala e be container body le tala yela bitikol lo wala e saje dimba kana sawu dimba la sawu satala bari wo nim momo be la bitikol lo la ke ko di balla mol wakilte ko hanim bi amanke problème di mbe wotalal dole julota itata fo wili tan sabani warawla dole julo sita wotole dole tata wili mon dole tamira wili tan sabala woli wota dulal taye lo e koy bina firo datla ite mi ye dula boy e koy mistake tale ya boy e koy munun je e ko nge munun je sa e koy nana e koy mistake tal ko je munun je sa e laftal ke bonni je ko tan jumale bo tala does that even make sense to anybody alinga la moy wala bucket itele je boy ikoy mistake tele ya boy e ko baral se mol no je nga mol di je mol 37000 jo ke la biti ko lo e kilo murun dane ko hani mistake dal ko je nyata dala ya boy yalo sonno mo manya bi ko tano hakilo manya no tala fe ñine mo problème o bede kabiri ye ñin dati ñine atin nan tolko wote kela jam bi ate kela jam sama foro mo kangolet nale kango fonyal ko altale ñim mol murundi jal ñanta wo kango mutal bar alta fola molé amba al murunje ye murun yela kodo tinya inate ko be sila dalali e bonno ko ñum koy wote kel andi yeminke inata nu janne talata lungo e dulal min fonye church kata lopitano to box ba kata garage to anin nying mana ba kanana jeng itata wol betole ya tara mandulalo je woto be ba nyama itol fanko yela do ko ke Brikama fa senata set sa ibita kan je iboto je talato arabo e kana ka fo mole ko itata bitiko dol je minu be jang e ka fo bitiko le atol be yalla alalla bagasol bonde sama samanda wala bi samanda de minala ngalla blal boy iti amira sonnomo hakilo nyanta utale ba ndole min fo mole wala nyinte ko ngani mol lonne dum boyri folo kabiri ba date la jang kabiri be boyri folo date la jang mane manna de bar kinne nata king ye min fo nya ko na boyro ngawdulal min fo akoy la boyro be danna wol king ye min fo ndole akoy la boyro be danna wudulal leto bar min nata ke kabirin sitan ko ha lata le ñun police wol ko be nan na janne to lata walal nge bula ni na de be dan na wol kabirin sitan tankunte yal ne mingi e boyro ke le kabiri futata lotan e ko ye jana fana be ñu ko ne wota fana be boy jana fana be ñu ko ye ñim fana be boy ye marché o kara ke be boy jannin tol ba kalam ta wala yata nan ko ñun e sañ ñun ye ñim min data ne boyro nin sitay ko jamman be ram woto boylal yale be min gala ni woto boy kono fata same binala ya fo jambanam be jambanam boylal yo woto fana boy nin e kono fata na ko be jambanam boylal ko hani say me min gala boyro fo ngona te kala say nalbe boyro kala albe mbele fala baralte boyro kala bari kam molla dula boy ko nyam bamburu wulen ke woto kala sako al fon ko mole damin lo e munu de woto lo e ko do tinya woto al kana fal bo boylam ko woto kala ngawle muta kabiri ngaw muta bi nga sayata nko nim balu biye nga balu nin saya bi nga fa bari ñene mu dalilo don ko bi ñun lata boy amam boy minu koy bana boy la police wol minu koy bina boy le nata len sitan ka jakut na dulay tandil andu nga fo ne jang nga luwa fanam foye luwa mi e sembo de na ko luwa ko sila o sila nim beldino bala side to street lem andu street wo street na bi nim public place wo public place na bi kan do ne public place fango jibe public order act ala section 6 I public place defined ako any highway wala ñu hani highway ni nga bitiko loje kanyantale because ñin lu ako any public place ñu tol sa bitiko no mo le jele ñu operation no manya wol mala bar ñu operation no kala fele mo le tol la loi noma itol man la feka loi do noma o be keno la nyaadile anno luwal be mu luwal man ñoo dan kunna e man ñoo dan sanna e man ñoo dan sembel luwal be mu luwal ite luwa ke ibika luwal cherry pick ya fa meñu luwa karale normal and dañu don normal ñinemu kuwoti mi yalla wala be caring Brikama area council nem police la problème o tata be mu ñine a problème o tata na ra mu minde wala ñinte ko tajinte ya bala ferengo konnante ya jawya kana ka ñapi mol la fengo kam bala ferengo kan ka tinya mulla balud la ka tinya diate nyame ye la dioming ye ko dieta yewol filije be kumbola lumen ñu ne nana jong son boy ndemi faw dunta jeng kumbota le nimminu be ta mbele kumbota fentem fo mol be la bitikol boy le be kumbota dol ba fole kabirin kema banda ninna dimba kam balu jannet andu wodula ma nyana ka boy e fawol nate ko mane lan na tamol ga ma nyana je boy la sen kabirin lan na tambo kera ima hani bure fe nan kamo compense hani kadara transo di mole mat ye filije wala nyama mol kasaro e molta ye ko be ke bari ya gordo because e kebalu ñun planetary wala lo e bi imbaka mola fen sunya e baka modani kodela e taro e kebalu wol e kebalu tarol e mam mo batan ni na da marsewto ale harje men ne wosodo e naita every day bari imam bala fa no woliye lung atul bi ke mira mo lal be mira marsew itani kido kara marsew jumal ni kido kara marsew ini kido kara terrorisme mandaraje amro ba mandaraje fo fir lal ning wafir lal ite ke sojarol ning kidi way nyaabe be kuyari police ol ning kido inyabe kuyari nin tiaga zo kara mo no marsew e ko Brikama Marsew e kawsa mal fayla national security kasini baroni itol man fen so de ben katala gambia la problème o de fon to la Brikama Marsew Brikama Marceau national security banko bela tanko la kumaya dulai ka si woto be ka fen ka tade fo Brikama Marceau andi be ka tade mba de dala nyami ne fo mba boy la nyami ñing ndole minjije tawunte yalam konnante yalam luwata koma bala firimo doron ne bije tiñaro doron ne bije annu ni sontala komi nga fa ñami ite danna kar la bitiko to ibe mbele la bitiko mal annu ni sonta wala ibe kule kala miyalon ko tambita wo fonto so ñine ya tenan ko nde danna ñindo fonse step leta nse lole nga dango ke ñinna nimman lo ñinte danna de annu mbe local market committee tendula mbe jayla mbe firlal be tundula mbe jayla because kabrina de ko la bagasol bonde kunum ifanan ko la bagaso bonde kante nata le ñininka e ko ñanga na bagaso bonde ko mo kané la bagaso bonde ala la bagasol tuje nge batu nga jibe ni loi du male nata ini sem because loi te ko sembo dron bar sembo be ala bulu nga ala nga betu ala bulu ning ala sonta sama alla bitikol betu la janne num bi la bitikol kunu ni wole la bagasol yungu ten num bi na be munun kanna fennete ñing ko ma namanke konnante ya dan nin tiñaro borom ñin doron ne bije annum fonse dango kala because jang molu man kuka mansa kundala jam moma mansa kunda tonyen in Brikama Marceau kono momo be ñu Marceau kono bay ndula la kana harje wala ñene lungo lung ala ya harje mena ni way sey so nimmi man la fi wala du kare ni mam makoy no fatanna Marceau la ñene mu kuti lafta même fola badingul beya longo ñama because ka fole ndolle ba problème ñino la ndolle ka problème bari ndolle mom boy molam fenkan manta man sakunda la dula donga man sakunda la dula tinya man fenke man sakunda la dula benna janne ni wulta nga na do ko ke nga sey ni nga doman ni mi soto nga fo mole ñine soto nga sey development we na dula be don dolla do ko tara na da be ñine bari nte sonna min vananna wolam ñindi ko ñanda min vanan kela nga kalota minna kombe wala kela jote yayata nan kasim be ko ken taw kela mu nimmi yamra fon jote yata sa fo en dolman jote yata ibem falale bari ibem fala na do ko le kan annu nga kalota kombe o do ko le kan ñina mu kuoti lafta min folam badingole ay koy mobela ha
yes
thank you very much.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
It's a briefing, not conference.
Yeah, it's a brief.
But we'll take 1-2 questions maximum.
Yes, please.
Yes, I just want only one question. Na question na ñinen karo lafta ñinen kala menna wala kunu alla Facebook page Brikama area council. Let's say for men ka dala indicate le ko governor meme West Coast region wala county ko pour ñing ñin dulal sa boy. And then wo keta ñaadi la and then aleo information on soto ñaadi le and second one wolen bi ngaje police wala high command nata ja and ni la kaja keta ñaadi
So governor atela fa fanne kummayande la ma wo kummayake mol man carte o fay governor e carte o fay chairman ole chairman o namo be kana wala ya nin development o be kala ja kana nin chairman ole ya atela fa fanku mayando la fa tambira bari governor wonten abe siri mole ja wala Adama Barrow ni mudote nyanta bala fa la governor en o mala be minke gan Adama Barrow la kabula be nyimminna ata fo wala fo mole Adama Barrow la kabula wala ka kale Brikama tinya sa ta fo namba tinya kan bayra la fa do ko nyinel la continue je so Barole lafta Brikama tinyang Barole be beri ñing ko min bebe kerim Brikama jang Adama Barole ba ko mak mo kana mo blem de Adama Barole ning Adama Barole ta ko ma bi ñinte kala Brikama ning Adama Barole president ako ndema mo sanctionné ta Brikama Marceau dale tinyaro ko kon dol min be jan dol ma mo sanction bar governor be siring Adama Barole to yal governor mi ngo minge Adama Barole wo afele mala sidungo dija sidungo woka si mo le toyala o man tara fango toyala abe sirim president le toyala president o ayme ngo menge president wala blessing ay wala soto je wala na ba ke ka so wala yatina kuriya ko min bebe keri ndol bukata jibe fa ngam min jibe adama barod police wol min nata e ko inata fact finding nen e found nata la gaji be ñinem fact finding ngamira sabate waran nani say fact finding ba ke kan dro nem fact finding garam buga conclusion lonje e kana le aval nga ko be tengunde folo nga peace maintain nga na fact finding nga ngata ngana ni tata buga fem moy ni nga meta nga dolu je wala jompina ko nata boy rol aka ke wala nyama so fact finding ñi ngata nyama dolwol malonde so bi fanan kata fact finding ne de but I hope for this time around need to be fact nying establish la because nga loi itandila loi memfo police la dokumu mende wala ka loi enforce loi min ni inyat be loi enforce la nyami wala nyent ko nen council ye bitiko di momola bayri loi ko council la nyanda kawke ni adi momola hanni nga di la state house la bunda nyaade le molla inyan dalo na ko council la doku wala wote dia mo nyanda banawol because ako any public place yaje so ninga ke bla dukar kana ni la fa fem verify la na ya nyine nga fonto la nga jelo di molla ba ni ko ha abanda jelo bari manya na sembota yenya penka so nyine kata police wala mission of ko ina da fact finding la bar sign boyro nyi wobe suspend na le yalo ni ka suspend wala mi ba hang na blaldo sama sinin abu murna na ko dan ndol wol ma move de ndol man da suspend tolo every day we are guarding our marcel because 24/7 nim marcel ko mi nga fa nyam ndole nyina so nim fota everything na la nyin sato so ndol de fola nim marcel will fight it yeah
Thank you.
okay
so much. So ala barka ba ke mbadi here's the end.
Yo mbadi ngol mbele ya moy Yankuba Darboe minfo. Ngala kuma kan wol moy anu nga lolla fananje ay tanjiro ke ko he is a very responsible leader. Yankuba ay tanjiro ke ko banko dingol mul yalon ko lebe West Coast ye carte faya e minna min yati ne carte fay jiko mu yati ne carte faya e woji ki kilingo ay wole sey ndila ay tanjila ko almala carte fay ngakumo mu yalon ko ngol bulale bul kuma kilingo wole be mbul hanim bi ay nyaton kaya kende ma wo itandile ay responsibility itandi ala nyaton kaya konole andu nyaton ka kendo ka ketenne yela mol protect yeloye yaje ko fofe mu yalan ko wala be diminala fofe yalan ko be torala yelo yebantambilo ke ni wo tema mbe Yankuba tentula wala ka jeyi ando ngayanko mu lonkunu wo Yankuba kilion hanim bi wala bije barnak Yankuba Darboe ana madingo ye molon ko ay lanyale le yesawo lanyala manke jote yati ya fo ila diamo ko ne mudra ko de ya fo andu yalla ne ko adama baro be tele ko no mayte Yankuba Darboe woto ite nyanta fero mum kela pour que ko bondi adama la wala nya ko no wo mu wajibole tite kan because molle sola tela in West Coast in the Gambia mun tambite fo ila solo le te fo ya kilo to baki barona la man sakunda fofe yalon ka be kila bantam biloti telephone ni la candidacy tema aning next election o mumbati ne telbe bonola walle be sorry be boyla nyimbanko kanja e fanan be tala lori wol ini wote ibe fero be lalale mumbati ne be o mari toral andum baro ye jele ko one of the obstacles mumbati na la ko atisi boyno le next election mumbati na te kate soto nola West Coast next election adama baro la mentality NPP la mentality wol bije bare mbe ku kilina fanam fola NPP national nyo dabaro patio wade evaluer nyo kumandi nyawo nyanna adama baro alon ko Yankuba Darboe bika carte fay Yankuba Darboe carte kese kiline babul West Coast yaje mulka carte mulie carte fay Yankuba Darboe mul koy manta carte ditela wol mu West Coast dingolte different from Yankuba Darboe ye jikol so Yankuba ye carte fay ye jikol so baliye te man carte fay adama anila candidate yaje koy malloye ye ko dila That has nothing to do with Yankuba Darboe. Niye Yankuba busa wala busola ibe ta kule kele mu yale manyana kaki. Ibe sembole use la against Yankuba mu yalon ko wo sembo nyi mu yalon ka bete bul Yankuba fongo bulosto wo sembo nyi kono. Because it is the executive powers that you are using against Yankuba Darboe. Bari nyina ko kana nyina Adama ko e quartier fay nyame na nyimbanko kan. Ya quartier fay Yankuba e wala nyama. Wote si hakilo to ko ni Yankuba dimindi ye fo fen kala alon ko yake mo wuli wulol la Gambia muli yalon ko banko dingol le muyti yakilo to woto baki Adama Barrow ngala ne masa ya jarte ko bella because ite la masa ya kono iman to rasoto je ite la masa ya kono privileges da mal di tela je ilafta min domo le kawle domo enene mam min domo ila balwo bi kono bi say niaje be o domo la ca hano tatula ya tuje anum do fanam fula banko dingole nali ya menen be Adama Barrow kesi to wuli njila nya wala nga berota nga bunga dona nimboro ye ko be ca hanon la de ning Adama be sisi bale kala nyim banko kanja andi wosi ban simpare wola galgalol be taraje le lanteti koy jow le be taraje be nyol lanteti la de nga nyo busulu nyim banko kanja pour Adama e bondi je because mfutata wolto nin sisi man kismo yi ka bunne nin Adama futata wolto Adama ya mira ko banko matalti sai nimma nin nyaton ko manta man bengay mol mul babala ikata lanna ikana limani andi fende la mu yalon ko wol man ke tonyati ko mol ka bulete la nyimman se hale noma jamal kali ko Adama tam nyimman se hati mol ka bule la nyin sirangol doma Adama sirang banko dingole sirang mun sang ya sindisi ya samba state house iko Adama ko siaka ntoya aliko Adama tam wo sirangol ko mol ka bayndi wo sirangol. This is completely ridiculous. Bari Yankuba lota nyame na belola wol nyam bari Yankube hakiloto mafu e kana kilo ke West Coast ko we never said that. And belorin ko ika yes kepol multa to fight for the people that elected you. Mfana belori woleka bari mba fole si hakilo tu akono kana dum ku kono mu yalon ko sama West Coast ko si bono. Because they have hope in you. And ya lonne ko ibe parede ne pour ka kobe ta itella kola. Now be cautious with your decisions. Along Adama be mune landila ifana yalo be mune kele iko ni moye dene aye samba wulo kono pour ali kele ni mala fi kelo le kane ni le amul ndi suo kon ning Adama jam betara nyoni ne la rong matara nyoni ne la for 2026 yesi janna kalo mumbe kering nga kenkento bay state house na lafta ndesi lano di no la jina kajatel na la fay jaw to doje wala e kanjo keje ay supame keje wala na la fo fe na dron bar state house abe bon la wotol inshallah 2026 katentro kan njeyo muli alon kolle kala mal nal badi ma pamani la baraka ba chala na may ko nyimala